So you came here because you want to reprogram your mind to be extremely confident, just like I have done. So before I actually tell you how to do it, let me give you a little backstory on how I used to be pretty. Actually, I was probably the shyest person in my class. So I went to all boys school. I had no interaction with a girl whatsoever except from the teachers. That was about it. Um, and yeah, obviously I have ginger hair, and as you know, or if you don't know already, but any other ginger guy can let me know in the comments. 99.9% of ginger people will get bullied. So I got a shit ton of bullying, and I was, crying every time I got home. I was saying to my mum like, why couldn't you have married a black guy so I could have been mixed race? And why didn't you think about this and that? I was just, trying to think of anything I could. And it's stupid thinking back to it because my mum's not going to choose someone just based on what I'm going to look like, right? So obviously, as you do, she tells me whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And it is true. Whatever doesn't kill you will make you stronger. You fail, 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 and you keep getting back up, you're going to get stronger. That's just how it works. So I'm getting bullied left, right, and center. People are like, oh, you look like a vampire. Do you never get out? Get a tan, mate. Or they're saying, oh, your hair's so bright, just dumb stuff. Or they would even say, where are your eyebrows at, like all these sort of stuff. Now I think back to, I think it's hilarious. Like, I actually think it's so funny. But back then, I absolutely dreaded it. Like, I'm literally, dodging bullets left, right, and center from school. Never mind, if I'm getting this work done on time, or if I'm getting here on time, or passing this grade. I'm dodging bullets left, right, and center, getting violated. So I came to the conclusion that the reason why I'm so confident now, why I'm so good at talking to people, why I can make friends wherever I go, why I can talk to any girl like I literally couldn't give a fuck, is because I never want to feel that ever again. The fact that I felt like I could never make friends because I'm getting bullied all the time. Like I felt like I could never be cool because I got bullied all the time. I didn't have any confidence because I got bullied all the time. And the fact that I got bullied or got called ugly or whatever because of my red hair, I didn't think girls would find me attractive either. So you can imagine how much that would affect my confidence with talking to girls, with even trying to talk to girls. I didn't even try to talk to girls because if I'm getting bullied, I'm already at the bottom of the barrel at that point. But that is why I'm now the most confident, even more confident than guys that are better looking than me, than are taller, than have bigger muscles than me, have more money than me, because from a young age, I technically had a lot of trauma to do with just getting bullied left, right, and centre. Even I'd get beat up for it. So I took that on the chin, and I had to overcome that. And the only way that I'll never feel that or get that, get bullied like that again. So my body, of the way of dealing with that trauma was for me to get as confident as possible so that would never ever happen again. And if someone does try and bully me, like they know, even when I'm talking to someone, even if I'm looking at them, they know I'm a strong enough person that they shouldn't really try and mess with me in that way. Because yeah, I can be a nice guy, but if that happens, like I'll stand my ground. But yeah, so that's that sort of backstory. And how exactly I brainwash myself is, um, so how I brainwashed myself was I started. It's a slow process, but what I would say has happened is obviously I reevaluated how I look, who I'm hanging around with, uh, the sort of people I'm hanging around with confident as well, or are they not confident? I also, okay, so this is the thing. Everyone's probably heard this by now, but if you're around five losers, you're gonna be the sixth loser. If you're hanging around with five millionaires, you should be the sixth millionaire. If you hang around with five content creators, you're probably gonna be the sixth content creator. You know, it's just how life works. If you're hanging around with six people that go gym, you're gonna be going to the gym as well. Everything they talk about is gym. How many macros you eat in, Have you eaten your meals, 6 meals a day? Have you been to the gym? Have you been pushing more weight this week? You get the point. So first of all, your environment, wherever you are, what you need to be doing needs to make you more confident. If you need to be with confidence. If you're very shy, very whatever, you need to be hanging around with people who are more confident than you, so you can get the energy. When I have my friends with me that are not as confident and they're with me, they feel my energy straight away. I'm talking this girl, I'm doing this, talking that person. They feel my energy. I'm so social, I'm so socially confident. Go up to any hot girl, if I get rejected or not, they feel my energy and they start doing the same. So your environment really matters in this case. And obviously your appearance, this matters. If you feel good, you feel fresh, you're dressing nice, don't watch that, tailor-made. If you're wearing something nice, you've got a nice watch on, you've got your fresh haircut, you're wearing good quality clothes, something that matches you, don't have mismatching colors or wearing something that doesn't suit you. Maybe my advice to you would be to look at an Instagram account of a guy that you really admire his style. You think this guy is smooth, clean. Just copy exactly what he does. Go to Zara, you'll find most of the stuff there. And if not Zara, you can easily look online. Um, you know, and if you don't want to have your own style, you don't know anything, the best thing you can do is go gym, get in the best shape as possible, wear a black t-shirt, a nice fitting black t-shirt or white t-shirt, jeans, white, black shoes, whatever, you're fine. Nice watch, perfect. You don't even need to wear any crazy stuff. No graphic tees, no designer. Designers for guys who have low self-esteem and they need that to feel good about themselves. So find your style as well. Another thing I would say is cut out the porn. Just cut it out. This is going to make you have so much anxiety. You're looking at pixels on a screen of a girl. So how would you expect to act normal and talk to a normal girl if every time you want to let off some steam, you're gonna rely on Pornhub, you're gonna go on your computer and relieve yourself that way? You're literally quitting from the game. You can't be quitting from the game and doing that. That's the worst thing. You've literally surrendered. The whole point on why guys go out, go to the gym, make money, build empires, trying to be the most known guy in the city is because this is what brings girls to them. This is what brings women to them. So if you're relying on Pornhub to relieve yourself, you're quitting the game. You haven't even tried. You haven't even started the game. What do you mean quitting the game? Relying on your computer screen? Come on now. You know what? This is a true fact. So your granddad, in his whole lifetime, has seen less, boobs than you have in your probably one hour of sitting scrolling through Pornhub. No word of a lie. So you can imagine how much that is affecting your brain. Like the amount of dopamine. Do you know how addicting that is? If you see all this, choose what exactly you like. It's also going to give you erectile dysfunction because you're not going to be able to design the girl how you like. You get what you get. Girls will always, most of the time date a couple levels above. So you're not even going to be able to choose what girl you like. So if you're so picky on this sort of boobs and that size and how this sits, and you're going to have erectile dysfunction, man. Like, you're not going to be able to get it up. You'll have, performance anxiety where because you rely on Pornhub so much, when it comes to it, you're going to be so anxious and not knowing what to do, no experience, that you're not even going to be able to get it up. Does that sound like something you want to have in the future? I hope you said no. So you better make a deal with yourself right now in your head that you're never going to go on it again. Because every time you do watch it, you're disrespecting yourself. You have no self-respect. Admit it, you have no self-respect if you're watching Pornhub. It's bad for your brain, it's not good for you, it's messing up your dopamine. So when after you watch it, you just feel tired and you can't be able to do anything. You probably start, eating loads of junk food, and it's not good. It's messing up. You don't even want to work hard. Lowers your testosterone. Don't do it. Um, Moving on, swiftly moving on. It's about your self-talk. Everything you say to yourself is brainwashing yourself. Everything you consume online is brainwashing yourself. Everything you read is brainwashing yourself. Everything you do, everything that happens, actions you take is brainwashing yourself. So everything you're doing, everything you're eating, everything you're consuming, everything you're listening to, the job you go to, it's all brainwashing you to make an idea of what you are in your head. So if you wake up look in the mirror and think, I'm looking ugly. Oh, what's this? I'm ugly, man. I wish I looked like this. Or let's just say you think you look average, and you don't. You're brainwashing yourself to, lower your energy and think you're not worth it because you don't look a certain way. And this is partly because of social media and how everything is out of proportion. Girls are idolizing this model and, oh, he looks so amazing. So you're on social media, which is also brainwashing you to compare yourself with other people, which is also affecting your mood and confidence. If you're on TikTok scrolling, and then you see girls going crazy over this model looking guy who's won the genetic lottery, and you compare it to yourself and you think, oh, these girls are never going to like me. Of course you're not going to be confident. And most of the time, it isn't even about what you look like as a guy. That's more important for girls. Like, if you tie it back down to like our nature, our true nature, we look for a girl with nice curvy boobs. No, nice curvy figure, because it shows that, she'll be able to give birth easily, or she has more of a body to give birth. And then big boobs, that shows that she'll be able to, give milk and stuff to her baby. So that's the reason why we like that. And beauty is a way to, how good the genes she'll be passing on to the baby. So yeah, looks do matter to an extent. You might as well optimize all your looks that you can do, but that's not as big of a priority as it is to women. That's why women always put makeup on to look pretty. They're doing this, they're showing all their figure, because at the end of the day, they're waiting for a guy to swipe them up who has the confidence. It doesn't. Yeah, you might not be. You might have not won the genetic lottery as a guy, but you can work on your you can work on your style. You can go to the gym, get as physically in best shape as possible. Why would you not want to see the best shape that you can ever get into? Have amazing style, clean clothes, smell nice. That is all you need. Do your hair, groom nicely, cut your nails, um, shower, the obvious. And yeah, all this is self-respect, and it will make you confident, way more confident. So yeah, so if you're a guy who is short and you think that's affecting your confidence, you are brainwashing yourself to think you can't be confident because girls in the media are saying, oh, short king, oh, he's not 6 foot. This is all ways to brainwash you. This is why I'm saying, if you're on social media and you're just consuming content, and especially if it's content that's not helping you, you're wasting your time and you're probably brainwashing yourself the wrong way. If you think about it, you're on this probably a couple hours a day. If you're on it a couple hours a day, and you're seeing all this stuff, it's programming you. So that's what they want. They want you to compare yourself to others. They want you to not feel as confident, because if you are confident, you have all the power in the world. But if your confidence is taken away from you, you're not going to do a lot of things that you would do if you did have that confidence. So you know, stop brainwashing yourself. Stop giving yourself negative talk. Anytime you do speak to yourself negatively, you can't do this, you can't do that, I look ugly, I'm too short. Cut it out and do the opposite. Think of all the good things you did in the past. Even, keep saying to yourself, I am the most confident guy, I love myself, this sort of thing. Why would you do anything or think of anything that is not giving you an advantage or benefiting you in any way? There is no advantage to look in the mirror. oh, I'm looking ugly, or I'm not confident, or I have social anxiety, or I'm not good enough, or any of these things has no benefit to you. You're literally just brainwashing yourself to not be confident, to feel the things that you're saying. Anything you speak into existence and repeat it over again in your head, out loud, whatever, that is programming. That is programming. Like whatever you say to yourself over and over again is brainwashing. So if I say to myself, I'm ugly, I'm sure, I have social anxiety, I'm not confident, and I say that every day in my head to myself, of course I'm going to be all those things. But let's switch it around. Let's say you're feeling good, your testosterone's high, you're taking care of yourself, you have self-respect, you're eating the right foods that make you feel good. You're waking up early, you're on your mission, you're reading books that actually feed your brain with good knowledge and good wisdom rather than bullshit social media, TikTok. Stop it, comparing yourself. No. So if you're doing all these good things, you're respecting yourself, you're going gym, you're working on yourself, you're elevating your mind, you're meditating, you're hanging around with good people in good environments, you're paying a bit extra for better quality food, you're paying extra to be in a better, better gym facilities, better clubs, social clubs. If you're mingling with people who are more successful than you, this is going to give you good energy, more confidence. So everything you do ties down to your self-love, self-respect, how much respect you actually have for yourself, and how much of an advantage you want in the world. So ideally, it's best to cut out the social media, cut out the porn, cut out the bad foods. If you don't go to the gym, go to the gym, because it's all about self-respect. And as soon as you start doing these things and you're doing it every day and you're consistent, then when you are saying the things to yourself like, I am confident, I'm the hardest worker I know, um, I love myself, I respect myself, and you say this continually to yourself, I love myself, I'm the most confident guy I know, um, I love myself, if you keep repeating these stuff instead of, I'm not confident, I'm shy, I don't deserve this, then of course you're not going to be confident. So everything in the world ties back to each other. Everything you do, everything you consume, everything you do in life, who you hang around with, what you eat, what you do on a daily basis, what you're consuming. Are you consuming good books that the best guys in the world have sat down to write and put knowledge out and tie something to their legacy that they're happy to give to someone, has good knowledge? It's like you can have your own mentor without paying the crazy prices. You can actually have it in a book by sitting down and reading it. Not to mention another point why a lot of people don't read books anymore is because their attention span is so fried from the social media, like quick swipe, and people have actually said it's exactly like having a 24/7 casino slot machine right in your hand. That's exactly what people compare it to, and that's how app developers, game developers have made the phone so people don't come off the app. They want you to keep you on the apps as long as possible. So if they can make it addicting to you and keep you on there, that's what they're going to do, because they make money from you being on the app. You don't have to pay for the app, but you're paying through your attention, which people are making money from with ads, ad revenue. If everyone is on the app, for example, like TikTok, people are paying for ads on TikTok because they're keeping people on the app. So bear that in mind. Bear that in mind. Getting back to that, so everything you want to do as well, so everything you say you're going to do, you have to do it. Like if you want to approach the girl and you say you're going to do it, you have to do it. If you pussy out, you've literally you have no, your word doesn't mean anything. As a man, what you say, it has to mean something, it has to hold some weight. So if you keep saying loads of these things, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and you never do it, you have no self-respect, your word doesn't hold any weight, and every time you say something and you don't do it, it doesn't really matter because you keep doing this. But if you say, I'm going to do that, I'm going to be there, and you do it, then your word holds weight and you're not going to kind of go against yourself. Another thing I would say is how I brainwashed myself to be confident is everything I didn't want to do and I thought was uncomfortable, I told myself I had to do it because I knew it's going to be painful and I'm going to be more confident at the other end of it. It's about experience, getting the experience, the wisdom that you'll learn, the confidence, and gain the confidence. So, for example, let's talk about cold approaching. The reason I actually started cold approaching is number one, I went to all boys school, so I never really had a chance to talk to any girls. Number two, dating apps never had any success. As soon as the girls see my ginger hair, swipe, they don't even care, There's, you know, that's what I'm at a disadvantage. That's the other thing. That's why I have to be extremely confident, because if I have a disadvantage of my hair color and I'm also shy, I am, I'm gone, man. So I have to be extremely confident, like the most confident I can ever be. Um, that's the other thing. Number three is, I would say, is yeah, I would rather meet someone in person so they can feel my vibe and not just judge me off of my looks. You know, everyone's shallow on dating apps. They care about exactly what you look. It never used to be like that. I was talking to my grandparents and it was never like this. So crazy about looks and this and that. This has to be perfect. I want tall, dark, handsome. I want my man to have exactly this sort of hair. Now girls are talking about, if he doesn't have what is it, a mullet. If he doesn't have a mullet and a moustache, I don't like him. That's my type. That is so nonsense. Like when I hear a girl saying that, I'm like, allow yourself. What are you talking about? My type is a guy with a mullet and a moustache. They're just copying trends, man. Like these girls, don't listen to what girls say. That's the other thing about social media. If you're on it long enough, you get brainwashed by what these girls are saying. Girls have free speech on these apps where they can say anything they want to. They can ramble on about anything, and it gets 100,000 views. Guys are listening to it thinking this is the truth, but it's not. It's a girl talking about, speaking from her emotions, and they talk about whatever, and it's just brainwashing. If you believe what girls are saying on these apps, and I don't know what to say for you, but just don't listen to all that. Yeah, so I don't like all this shallow stuff about dating apps. So I wanted to test myself. How is it actually? Yeah, I've seen other guys called approaching. How I want to learn from my own experience. How is it going to be when I do it? So obviously, when I started, I got rejected so many times. Like almost, I wanted to quit. I was like, damn, this is hard. Obviously, at the beginning, I was very shy. I was coming across very nervous and in the interaction with no confidence and thinking the girl's not going to like me from straight away, and that obviously didn't help. Um, but I was just, bringing myself out of my comfort zone, approaching girls, getting rejected. Before, I've done sales in the street where you had to stop people and sell magazines. You would probably know it, called Inside Success. It's somewhere in the UK. These annoying sort of groups of people that stop you and try and get you to buy the magazine to help a cause for kids, who didn't manage to get into uni, this sort of thing. So I did in-person sales. I worked as a waiter. That helped my social skills, getting out of my comfort zone, talking to so many different types of people. You learn a lot about different people, and then getting out your comfort zone. So there's hardly any guys cold approaching guys, and if they do see a hot girl that they see on the street, they will never do it, and you're basically cucking yourself. You find her attractive. I've heard a lot of guys say the excuse like, oh man, I can't be arsed. But if you knew, say if you've seen an attractive girl that you've seen 10 out of 10, exactly your type, and let's say you could look into the future and you knew exactly, if you went up to that girl, you talked to her, you vibed, you would have got a number, you would have been on dates with her, and she would have been your girlfriend in the future, you would have went up to her. But the fact there's a 50% chance that she's going to reject you and mess up your ego and crush your ego, that is the reason you're not going up to her. Everyone's, that's what they say, ego is the enemy. Like, you got to use your ego wisely. But if your ego's, has that much control of you that you don't even want to try and go up to girl because you think you're going to get rejected and it's going to crush your ego and crush your self-esteem, then you're not really a man, are you? That's the other thing I love about cold approaching and why it's so good about getting out of your comfort zone and making you so confident. I thought I was confident before I started cold approaching, but after I started cold approaching religiously, I am the most confident I've ever been, and I've never felt better. Honestly, I don't. I might not have the most money. I might not have the biggest muscles. I might not have the greatest accomplishments, but I know I am the most confident guy I know. Everyone, all of my friends know I'm the most confident guy I know. So you know, that's what any guy wants to be as a man. Every guy wants to be confident deep down inside, not just based on the car that he has, the clothes that he has. You want to be confident with nothing. You have stripped. You have nothing. No money, no clothes. And if you're still confident, just as a human being, you know, just your bones, just yourself. That is the goal. So that is why I always be preaching cold approaching, because it teaches you to detach yourself from rejections. Do you know how amazing it is to get rejected so many times? You still bounce back with the same energy, the same vibe, the same confidence, to not, get crushed by it. I've been with loads of guys who, as soon as they get, rejected, their energy's down. They can't even talk. They don't even think they're confident anymore. They've lost their self esteem, and that's because they don't actually love themselves. They don't think they're worthy of what they're trying to get, and they just haven't got the reps, and they haven't got rejected enough, and they're not willing to do it because they're trying to protect their ego. Their ego, oh, I'm so good, but until you actually test your ego, you'll never know how confident you actually are. And yeah, so I've mentioned a lot of the things that I've done to be as confident as I am, and the one of the most important skills I would say is, being socially confident. Like when you're social and you're talking to everyone, not just girls, you have a sort of energy. You're taking energy from people. You're giving energy out to people. You've got an uplifted energy that you feel on top of the world. Sort of similar to when you're in a gym and you've got a good pump and you're looking at yourself in the mirror and you're like, damn, he's the guy. So yeah, if you stack all these good things like reading books, taking care of yourself, eating right, reading the right things, going to the gym, dressing nice, hanging around with successful people, hanging around with other confident people, hanging around in nice areas, nice rich establishments where you're feeling the energy, listening to good music, you know any of these rap musics, I still fall a victim to this, but any rap music, any of this modern rap music, it's got bad frequencies inside it. You can even research yourself, but the best music, the music that makes you feel good, raises your energy, classical music, smooth jazz, um, you know, good pieces from Mozart, the classics, these are things that will uplift you, rock and roll, rock music, even country music is good. These are sort of things that are good, that raise your frequency, raise your energy. And at the end of the day, if you're very confident, effectively, this means your energy is very high, you have good energy. And everything does tie down to energy. So if got a bad night the night before, you didn't sleep well, your energy is gonna not be as good tonight. And if your energy is not as good and to the full capacity where it should be, you're not gonna perform as good. You're probably gonna feel more shy. You're gonna feel anxious. You're not gonna be at your best performance. So everything does tie down to energy. That's why everything you do, like any decision you do, any action you do, everything you do in life, what you consume, you should actually stop and think to yourself, come back to the real world, think for yourself, not whatever anyone else is saying, and think, how is this affecting my energy? Because at the end of the day, everything ties down to energy and frequencies. Everything's got an energy, everything's got a frequency, and this is the base level of everything. So even before confidence, you can't, even on days where I've probably had, junk food, had bad sleep, I didn't, I didn't go gym, I didn't get the small wins, I didn't dress nice, I didn't groom myself, didn't maybe if I didn't wasn't clean, my energy would be so low. I would generally feel less confident than I already am. So everything you do, you need to think, how is this affecting my energy? If it's going to mess up your energy, then don't do it. So are you going to choose between scrolling through TikTok for an hour from just, stupid creators, bullshit stuff, or are you going to read a good book by someone like Tony Robbins, Anthony Robbins, Joe Dispenza, he's a good guy. Anyone who's actually got some wisdom to give you. And at the end of the day, when you brainwash yourself to be confident, everything has to align. It's slowly going to align. So you do have to act and be confident, even though you're not. You have to say you're confident, act like you're confident, stack confident small wins, and then you start whatever you're saying to yourself, you'll be able to believe it more. So it's better to say I'm the most confident guy I know compared to I'm shy. I've got social anxiety. I'm the shyest guy I know. Even if you're not, you have to fake it until you make it with everything. And before you know it, you become the person that you want it to be, that you're acting like. Like, it's the same thing with money. If you act in abundance with money and you act like you already have that money, you don't care about it, you don't put such a high value on money, you're more likely to get money. All these rich guys, they don't care about money, they give it out here, there, because money doesn't mean anything to them, it has no value. So they have money, they're abundant, they're abundant in money. And that's the same thing that you have to act with yourself. um, you can't. You have to speak whatever you want into existence. Obviously, put actions towards that, and everything will slowly come together. Whenever you are being negative self-talk, which is brainwashing yourself, take yourself back and say something positive. Say something that will positively brainwash yourself and give you an advantage rather than lower your energy. So that's all I've got to say today. There's probably some more things that I'll say in the future about brainwashing yourself to be confident. Um, but yeah, always make sure whatever you're saying to yourself, whatever you're consuming, is raising your energy, making, fulfilling you with good energy, good vibes, good knowledge, your environment, hanging around with people who are more confident, more successful, being in environments that make you more confident, going to the gym, going to boxing gym, reading books, going to nice cigar lounges, going to 5-star hotels, everything that will raise your energy, eating healthy foods, listening to high frequency music, waking up early, journaling, reading books from the classics, reading good literature, you know not listening to social media or listen to negative stuff. That's going to lower your energy. So anything you can do to raise your vibrations, raise your energy, give self-love to yourself, self-respect, always talk to yourself nicely, always talk to yourself positively, you are going to become that person, because it's going to go into your subconscious mind and you're going to believe it. You have to brainwash yourself to be confident, because right now in the world how it is, they don't want us guys to be confident, because confident guys, they're dangerous. They want to get rid of the confident, dangerous guys. So that's why I'm passing on this, advice to you guys. I want my brothers, I want people around me to be confident. Us guys, we need to be confident. There's too many guys nowadays that are shy, social anxiety, BS this, can't talk to a girl. This is disgraceful. Our granddads fought wars for you to say you can't go up to a girl because you're scared she's going to reject you. Oh my god, no, stop it. Getting angry even talking about this. But yeah, man, I want you to start doing what I say in the videos, getting out your comfort zone, raising your energy with everything you can, raising your vibrations with anything you possibly can. Even, getting moving when you can. Don't just sit down all the time. Get moving. Go to the gym. Do things that will rise your energy. Go for a walk if you need to. Eat healthy, good foods. Any sugar you eat is going to make you feel, anxiety. It's going to spike your blood sugar levels, and it's going to make you, on edge. Don't do that. So Yeah, so I'm just, spreading the love to you guys. I'm spreading the knowledge that you guys need because I want all you to be confident. You know, it benefits me more for you to be confident and has guys as a whole, progressing. I don't want guys to go backward because if that happens and girls are taking over guys, it's not going to be good, man. We need we need to create strong men. We need to create strong men, confident guys, man. So get out there, start cold approaching, start getting out of your comfort zone, start talking yourself positively, putting yourself in the right environments, and I should speak to you soon. I want you guys commenting, give me feedback, tell me what you're implementing, what you're struggling with. I'll help you with it. My name's Oliver, and subscribe and follow. Comment if you want more of this content.